So welcome back everyone, my name is Echo and I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. In today's Minecraft video, we have a brand new beta for Minecraft Pocket Edition, the Bedrock version. This is the version 1.17.40.20, now available for Android, Windows 10 and Xbox. This was the confirmation from Jay Wells, Megaspud, Community Manager. Minecraft Caves and Cliffs Part 2, Bedrock Beta 1.17.40.20. Check it out, a new biome, several tweaks, and quite a few bug fixes too. Read all about it. He then also followed up with this tweet saying, once you've tried out the experimental features in your worlds, let us know how the game runs in this short survey. I'll leave it down below, and if you're in beta, please give the feedback to the developers. They need it. Before we go through all these beta changes, a couple of things I want to mention. Number one, I apologize on the delay of today's beta video. The beta program has been broken for the last 12 hours on Windows 10 and Xbox. They're typically the platforms that I review these betas. The other thing I want to mention is check out the version. We're now on version 1.17.40. That now means both version 1.17.20 and now version 1.17.30 are complete. But we still haven't had those released for full release. So I got a feeling they're just going to wait at this point. So we have a lot to go through in today's video. It's taken me quite some time to read the whole entire changelog and make sure I understand it so I can explain it to you. I don't usually go for a like goal, but today, can we smash 3,000 likes? Now check out how beautiful the terrain is there and there. And we're actually going to be using them both as an example in today's video. First thing I'd like to mention, known issues in this beta. Bee nests generate too frequently in the world. So if you're seeing these absolutely everywhere, don't be alarmed. It's just a bug. Also, you kind of like what I did with the glowing signs? Getting into the experimental features. These are the features that introduce huge changes, basically putting Bedrock closer and closer to parity in 1.18 with Java Edition. General. Added a new mountain biome, Stoney Peaks. This is just a variant of lofty / snow-capped peaks that uses stone and gravel instead of snow and ice, and is used to avoid temperature clashes such as snow-capped peak sticking up from a jungle. Now I can literally use this location as an example. It's one of the main reasons why I'm standing at this location in this seed. So you see the way that has like snow going on and it has some ice going on over there? Well, this one over here is typically snow and gravel. Let's take a closer look. So just to do a comparison, we have the snow and the ice combination here. Now, unfortunately, Minecraft Bedrock does not have the / locate biome command. So it makes finding these things incredibly difficult. Anyway, this is the one that's been in the game for quite some time. The new one is over there. So it's actually a really good example. It just goes to show you that not every single mountain needs to have snow and ice on it. Now, I've only found stone, right? There's no gravel. I haven't seen any gravel here. So I really like this though because it's kind of like an oasis in the middle of the top of this huge mountain. It's kind of like its own civilization. So you'll start seeing these more frequently. The kind of Stoney Peak biome, and that's what's been introduced. The next change, corrected vegetation in mountain meadows. So for mountains in a plains biome, you're going to start seeing more tall grass and regular grass. If a mountain's in a flower forest, you'll see flowers going up the mountains and things like that. The next change, dripstone clusters can now only be found in the dripstone biome. The dripstone features now only generate in the dripstone biome. So these things just basically changing how dripstone generates. I think you're going to start seeing less of these dotted around everywhere. You know, when you've been in a cave or a mine and you've just seen like the dripstone blocks with the pointed dripstone, I think it basically gets rid of that. Next up, parity change. Mountain biomes now have correct feature places to match the Java Edition side snapshot. I'm not entirely sure what the change is that's happened here. so I apologize. Infested stone can now be found under new mountains. So it's always been a thing, like if you're in /game mode survival, you know when you've been mining in a mountain biome and you mine like a stone and it's hard to mine and you end up with one of these little things just starting to attack you, yeah, you'll start having that happen again. Tweaked ore distribution to match the Java edition. So I decided to do a little bit of testing here and take out as much as possible. And I can tell you, in this week's beta, they have finally matched ore distribution to Java. It's so common. It's so common. Like check this out, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 pieces in one go. Like, check out this one here. So, much better compared to last time. Ores are a lot more common and more frequent as well. And plus, having fortune and the ability to fortune iron, copper, and all this stuff is going to be huge. And clouds are now at Y level 192. Now, on Java Edition, you have the ability to lower your clouds or increase them even higher. We don't quite have that on Bedrock, so by default, 192 is the new height. You can still see, though, that the clouds are still going through the mountains. So I hope we do get a slider in the future with that. Tweaked biome placement, river size, and terrain shapes for a better overworld experience. So basically, you see how, like, we have a mountain here going down and then it goes back up. The terrain is absolutely stunning, but the river change is my favorite. Let me explain it to you. This really is one of my favorite changes. So rivers are a lot wider, a lot deeper. It's basically to make it easier for boating. You know when you're playing Minecraft and you boat and then have to get out of a boat and then go across the terrain, get back in a boat? It's to make things like that less common. So when you come from the ocean inwards, you can just keep going and going and going. It's such a fantastic change. Oh, there's an amethyst geode over there. But the rivers are a lot wider, a lot thicker. I'm actually really excited to go boating in this next update. So yeah, definitely up there with one of my favorite changes. Check it out, a village with a pillager outpost. So on the beta changelog, this was also very vague. Tweaked mob spawning in mountain and cave biomes to match the Java Edition side snapshot. So what I thought this change was, on Java Edition, it had to be complete darkness in order for mobs to spawn in a cave. But I was told that, like, that's been reverted or changed. So again, I apologize on this parity change. It's just matching Java. That's all I can tell you. Continuing on, trees in swamps can now generate slightly deeper when in water. And hallelujah, deep slate now generates at lower depths. This has been in the in my comment section for the past couple of weeks. Why doesn't it generate below negative? It now does. Check it out. We now have it generating at Y level 50. So it's finally been fixed. Oh, there's some diamonds as well. And yeah, you'll start seeing more deep slate variations of the ores, by the way, in this version. It's a huge beta for Bedrock version, but deep slate now generates. Dripstone features now generate at deep slate depth. So not only have they finally added deep slate at negative levels, down in those cave systems, you will now find dripstone generating as well. The next one, the placement logic of small dripstone feature has been refactored. Frequency is similar, but exact positions will differ. I think it's just to do with how things are going to generate the small, tiny dripstone things. Maps now correctly show the colors of blocks below Y level of 0. I have a bug report for this one. Let me show you. Maps do not load any terrain properly that is below Y equals 0. So you see this? Literally puts a black hole in your world. This is prior to this beta. So I have this map and I decided to do exactly what that guy did and basically go all the way down as far as possible to the negative levels. And you can see here, because down here is stone and deep slate and things like that, it now shows like that kind of color rather than complete darkness. Changes with Lush Caves. Vines now generate in Lush Caves instead of generating above the surface. I have a bug report for this too. Vines from Lush Caves can generate on the surface. So I've seen this myself. Basically, it would basically indicate that there is, in fact, a Lush Cave biome underneath. It was a massive giveaway. So you'd end up with this. Also, why is it raining in a desert? That's also not normal. But vines would generate above ground. I don't have a Lush Cave biome, but I just wanted to show you as an example. So let's say we found this tree, right, on its own. And you'd be like, oh, there's possibly a Lush Cave underneath. Well, there was already a giveaway because there was vines just everywhere. So finally, that's been fixed. Vines can now grow below 0 height. Villages. Villages now generate in the style of biome they are located in. Wrong type of village in the desert. We can clearly see that's a plains village in a desert. I've had this happen to me. You can also see this person has the vines problem as well with the Lush Cave biomes. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is all the new features and changes in terms of being introduced in this week's beta. It's time for bug fixes, tweaks, and changes. Non-experimental features and bug fixes. Starting off with blocks. Falling stalactites are now offset properly to avoid interacting with entities outside of their intended hitbox. So this has a pretty big hitbox when it falls. So as you guys know, we take this, it falls on here, right? But it's quite big. It kind of goes over slightly. So it's only meant to do damage to anything that's on this. It was doing damage to things like on here. Beehives now generate in the world facing south, which I think is a pretty weird change. Can anybody explain that to me? Moving on, candle cake blocks. It says, pressing the use button on a candle cake now consumes the correct amount of cake slices. So the person who did the bug report ate a slice of this, and you can see it's taken a tiny bit. Whenever you were eating this, it was taking a larger quantity. Everyone's greedy for the birthday cake. Character creator fixed a crash that could occur when using the character creator. Tweaked color tint for default Steve skin to match default. According to the bug report, Steve skin color is missing from character creator. This has been an issue since 1.16 and was reported earlier on this year, March to be exact. So it says check character creator for skin colors, see Steve skin color, look at the skin color of the default Steve skin. Apparently it's not the right color. So yeah, that's finally been fixed. Altered message for when friends change skins. I've also seen this as well. When someone changes into a custom skin, it says some random numbers and it literally looks like this. So that's finally been fixed. Probably say like custom skin or something. Commands. Education edition items are no longer shown as an option when using @E and type. Moving on to gameplay changes. Fixed a bug that could cause players to be set on fire upon changing dimensions if there was lava underneath the nether portal. Players take damage going through the nether portal. This was actually created on the 13th of November 2017. This has been an issue for a very, very long time. So not only did they recently fix the end portal bug / glitch, they've now fixed the nether one as well. Players can no longer eat food at full hunger in survival mode. Again, a long-lasting bug. Eating animation plays 1 extra time after hunger is filled. Been a bug since the 1st of Jan 2020. I've had this issue as well. You eat your food, but then it gives you a chance to eat another one. Finally been fixed. Seagrass no longer spawns under lily pads during world generation to avoid breaking them. That's a pretty good change. Villagers can no longer spam doors open and closed. So I put this guy in here and I can confirm this guy has not been spamming doors open and closed. Does anyone remember like the door apocalypse that these guys would make? Like you had a bunch of these and you had a farm. Man, these guys would cause so much problems. So another bug that has finally been squished. Just for reference, here's the bug report. Villagers repeatedly spam doors open and shut. This was reported on the 20th of October 2017. A long time ago. World generation. Amethyst geodes are now much less likely to generate in strongholds. And if they do, they will not destroy end portals. I've showed you seeds where this exact thing has happened. No more will this plague us. Bug report, again, reported June this year. You can see it here, it ruins the end portal. Could you imagine if that was your favorite world and your favorite seed, and then this happened? Graphical changes, improved world visibility culling for underground situations to eliminate seeing sky at the end of tunnels / stairs. Another issue that we've all experienced as well when you're in a cave and you're kind of generating too fast and you can kind of see through your world. You see the night sky, you see the daytime, and yeah, that's been fixed too. Mobs. Improved mob pathfinding around partial blocks. So this is a big change too, to be fair, although my axolotls have kind of gone, so we'll grab some fresh ones. So I will show you how much better they are now. You place them down. If they're on a lily pad, they're no longer just going to spin around like crazy, because that's what they were doing. They will now pathfind correctly, and although they're focused on me, they should eventually just end up going into the water. It's an axolotl. It likes the water. But previously, they were spinning around like crazy, and thank you for being a perfect example. I don't know what these guys are doing. Axolotls sometimes spin when pathfinding on top of lily pads. We have a video here. Again, you'll see them just like, yeah, really happy and excited to see you. This was not just with axolotls, though. Other mobs have had the same issue. Fixed an issue with mob rendering that caused Vindicator axes to be visible even when they are not attacking on older resource packs. Yeah, you, just getting your axe out for no reason. Here's the bug report. I had the same issue happen as well. I was wondering why it kept happening over and over and over again. Turns out it was actually a bug. More mobs will spawn underground in the overworld. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Moving on, powdered snow. Powdered snow no longer disappears when looking at it from a distance. Here's the bug report. Powdered snow becomes invisible when viewed from a distance. And yeah, it's really easy to indicate where the powdered snow was. And I actually used this to find powdered snow. It's now been fixed. Uh-oh. We have a lot of user interface UI changes this week. Fixed an issue where the D-pad and directional keys could not be used to navigate in certain parts of the UI. Fixed an issue where an error message could be shown after suspending the game on the achievement screen with animations disabled. And you'd end up with something like this: an error has occurred. So yeah, that bug now been squished. Fixed an issue where an obscure game rule was added to settings. Fixed keyboard / D-pad navigation from custom server to edit server button. New achievements screen are now available on Windows 10 ARM based PCs. The sign-in text on the start screen will no longer overlap the marketplace button. Add space between tab title and the word tab for text-to-speech on settings screen. Added more info button to failed sign-in model. And technical updates. Read the changelog. In this week's beta, we have a lot of technical update changes down to data-driven items, commands, blocks, graphics, mobs, Molang, UI, and so much more. If you are interested in the technical side of Minecraft, check out the changelog. It is down below. And there we have it. Another week, another beta. And this one was a really good one. And this is something that we definitely needed to have. The things to take from today's video: we have a new Stoney Peak mountain, but also 1.17.30 is complete. We're now in the 1.17.40 stages. I'll do my best to keep you all updated. If you could drop a like, I really appreciate it. And if you're still watching right now, just say, hey Echo, watch out for all those bee nests. I'll catch you all in the next video. Goodbye.